be a certain amount of trust. If it's not there, then it doesn't work.
I think it's likely that I never would have been any kind of a teacher if I hadn't done the theater. It feels related because it's sometimes I can make the mistake of thinking to myself that these children are an audience, when really it's not meant to be about the teacher. It's meant to be about his material and his students, really, when you're teaching.
To that point, I think it's hard to see where we are when we're in the middle of it.
A little hard. I'm sort of listening into the other room too, because they're having a little heated deal.
We divert our lives, our real lives, for a certain amount of time to push and make this happen. Some of us more than others, but that's the way it happens. And if we were going to put it off till next fall, I need to go back to my real life for a few months. And then I can push and make it happen. But I feel like
I don't know, can we re-ask the question?
Back to the life where I make money and have responsibilities that are more important than the play. In that world, according to the rules in that world. Plan, take the leap, push it, make it happen, and we can do it.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's wise. In other words, I spend a lot of energy entertaining these. I teach young children, and I feel like I spend a lot of energy capturing their attention. Maybe there's no way to avoid that, or maybe different teachers would do it differently, such as they wouldn't even attempt to entertain so much, but they would just rely on the material to hold the attention.
I mean, maybe we live with that, but maybe there's other space. At least let's look.
In front of the kids, always doing whatever I can to get them to listen, and I don't know. I never really know how well I'm doing as a teacher in general.
Everything in a week, and we're right at that diving off point, right down.
I don't have to say, I told you ahead of time that I was committed, that, I just wanted to hear all other people felt.
They have to compete with what children are dealing with in the rest of their life, such as television and video games, which are very fast moving. And so I think if kids are on that track, then it feels like teachers have to compete. But I think a wiser teacher wouldn't run as hard as I do. I run around like crazy, just run in a metaphorical way, spending energy capturing their attention. Whereas I think other teachers may approach it differently.
Like directing and shaping this thing, that through line is really coming together for me, and I think it's important, and I don't think it's going to be that hard. Greta has already agreed to do it, and she's going to help me think about one or two other people who are the right people for that job.
As a teacher, and that's just one that, for now, fits my personality or my experience, especially with the theater.
It happens twice in the play.
For us to say, let's not do it right now, I think is foolish. I think we should say, we've been planning on doing it this whole time. If we can't pull it off, we'll cancel. That's a lot easier than saying, oh, this is a great play, we'd love to travel with it, and oops, we didn't ever plan on it, so we can't do that anymore.
That's what happened to Picasso. It was like, we made a play and like it was only scheduled to run for one weekend, and so we like worked like crazy and made an awesome play that was really fun, everybody loved, and all of a sudden we ran one weekend and it was over. It really sucked.
I think we should give it a little more time. I know it's stressful,
It's a lot easier to cancel later than it is to schedule to do it.
And we should be very open. I'm totally open to cancel. 100% open to cancel.
But let's not cancel yet.
But I think we should, give it a week or two at least.